Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. So today I've been picking up this specific energy of either a twin flame or a soulmate. This is someone that you absolutely share a soul connection with. And the reason I say that with so much confidence is because I'm getting that for this specific collective who will be resonating with this reading. This is a person with whom you haven't had contact or physical interaction with for a while. Things have been very distant, very cold in the physical world. And yet there seems to be this open line of communication between the two of you telepathically. I'm getting that when one of you is really overwhelmed with emotions, especially the emotions that we might label as negative, grief, sadness, overwhelm, these emotions are felt so powerfully, and the connection, again, because it's a soul connection between you, is still so strong that these emotions have the ability to be transferred between the two of you through the disconnect, through the void, through the silence. So I'm getting that for some reason I'm seeing fall, but specifically maple leaves that look like they're going brown, and something is coming up about either the season of autumn or the idea of seasons changing, the leaves turning. Anyway, what I'm getting with this person is a lot of internal conflict when it comes to reaching out to you. This feels like a person who you've felt in your energy for a while. You've been feeling them really strongly because not only do you have this soul connection, but they've actually been feeding it in some way, actively, consciously, even though they haven't communicated with you or they're holding this distance. I'm just hearing that they're feeding the connection. I'm hearing it's a vice for them. It's almost like a guilty pleasure to indulge themselves in thinking about you or feeling emotional about you. I'm seeing someone going through old photos. So I'm hearing they keep everything. So this is someone that if you have a past history with, you may have expected that they would have deleted old pictures or thrown everything away. Maybe this person is an earth sign. I'm getting potential Capricorn energy here. Something about the month of December as well may have been significant. Maybe that's when this energy really started ramping up for you. I'm getting the letter initials LAM for some reason. Those could be in someone's first or last name, but this is someone who meticulously keeps a record of everything that ever occurred between the two of you. So if you have messages that you exchange, I feel that they still have all of those messages. If you have pictures together, they've never deleted them or gotten rid of them. If you've ever given this person anything physically, a gift, a letter, anything of that sort, I'm getting that they really cherish that physical item, even if you would have expected them to have thrown it away. I feel like things between the two of you may have actually gotten very tense at some point. I'm even getting the word animosity. There may have been a fight or an argument or some kind of, I'm hearing an inflared ego. So maybe their ego got inflared or involved somehow, and there was some kind of argument near the end, because I'm picking up on a lot of regrets on their end over how things ended between the two of you. Although I use that word ended, but it's still very much alive energetically and emotionally. I also feel that this person expected you to respond to this heavy energy that they're sending you. Now, they may not know consciously about the idea of manifestation, or they may not refer to it as manifesting you, but that's exactly what they're doing when they're sending you all of this energy, when they're holding on to keepsakes from you and reviewing them, looking at them, holding those items, if there are items that you sent them, sending you all of this energy, looking through old pictures. I'm getting that through all of this, you are feeling their energy almost like stuck on you. And it comes up almost like a kind of grief when you feel it, which tells me it's very possible this person themselves is in a very heavy state of mind at this time, that they themselves are feeling a lot of grief. I'm hearing it's seasonal, so maybe there's something about this season specifically that is bringing up more feelings of grief for them than usual, that they are then transferring to you, because again, there's that open line of telepathy between you, since there is a twin flame connection or a soulmate connection here. This also could be related to the fact that, of course, this week is Valentine's Day. Let me know in the comments if you have plans to celebrate, if you are celebrating with another person, or if you are celebrating with yourself, treating yourself in some way, doing some kind of act of self-love on Valentine's Day. I would love to hear from you. But I feel that the fact we are coming up on Valentine's Day, if you are watching around that time, may have amplified some of these emotions for this person, because maybe the two of you have special memories around Valentine's Day, or maybe because that holiday tends to be related to love and romance, it has them thinking about, I'm hearing, their one true love, which I know sounds really dramatic that they're calling you their one true love, but that's really how it's coming through for this person. I've even included in the title of this video that no one can replace you. And that's been a theme of this person's life. Ever since the two of you disconnected, I get the word drifting very strongly, that they've very much been drifting through their life. Now, there may be substances involved here as well. That won't be for everyone, but I just get the sense of them kind of just doing anything they can to disassociate, to disconnect consciously from their reality, which they don't really seem to be happy with the reality that they've created or are living in. And they seem to do everything they can to distract themselves from the life that they've chosen. And they indulge often in these daydreams or fantasies about you, about the past of your connection. And I'm hearing what could have been if they had handled things differently, because there's something between the two of you, especially towards the end of your communication or interactions, that this person really feels that they mishandled. I saw flowers with either white or purple petals on them, so that could be related to someone. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards here, because so far we haven't pulled a card. That's just somehow how the energy has unfolded in this reading. But while I'm shuffling, if you are new here, allow me to introduce myself, although it's a little late into the video. But my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. If you do feel a resonance already with my energy, then I invite you to subscribe, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. An added benefit of subscribing is that it's a form of energetic transference that actually allows me to pick up more easily on your energy and manifest more specific messages for you and your situation, not just in this video, but in future reading videos as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your time, your beautiful light and energy with this virtual space that we are co-creating. And let's go ahead, and I got the name Ezra for some reason, but I'm also feeling that this could relate to the biblical figure of Ezra from the Bible. So I'm actually going to look this up. So Ezra reconstituted the community based on Torah law, a scribe and a priest, rebuilding what's been destroyed. Wow, I just felt a wave of chills. It seems like thematically in the Bible, Ezra seems to represent rebuilding something that's been destroyed. And I get the sense that this person feels as though something between the two of you was destroyed because of an inflared ego or an argument or this moment of anger that blinded them to the value of what the two of you shared together. And now it almost feels like a kind of stubbornness that's preventing this person from coming forward. It almost seems to be why they are sending you all of this energy, because it's like they expected that you were going to respond to that energy so that they wouldn't have to reach out physically. I do feel like this person may have a bit of a pride thing going on, a bit of an ego thing where they don't want to be the one to reach out to apologize, but at the same time, they're really missing you. And so they're feeling very internally conflicted. And their solution to that has been to just send you so much energy that they're hoping eventually you will reach out. I'm hearing like you did before. So maybe there's been a time before where this person, or maybe even when the two of you were really connected, where you felt this person's energy really strongly and you actually responded to that and reached out to them and asked if they were okay or how they were doing. I feel like this person actually has this like track record of doing this and has seen some kind of result from it. And that's why they're trying to do it again. But this time it doesn't seem to be working on you. Yes, you are feeling it. But I feel like on your end, you're actively resisting this person's attempts to manifest communication with you without coming forward directly. It's like you are aware that they're pummeling you with this energy, but you're choosing not to respond to it. Now, I have to say as well, something that came through a moment ago is that one way you might feel this person's energy is you might be in a perfectly good mood, having a really happy day, feeling really confident. And then all of a sudden, by the way, this is very likely to happen, especially late at night or in the early hours of the morning, because that's when this person sends you this kind of energy the most heavily. But I'm getting that in those times, even if you've had this amazing day, you might suddenly feel overwhelmed by sadness or want to start listening to sad music. Maybe the two of you really connected over music. I'm seeing something about making someone a playlist or you two having certain songs that remind you of each other. I'm hearing, speaking of things this person hasn't let go of, I feel like they listen. Part of the way they indulge themselves in this daydream of you, this fantasy of you and the past with you. I'm hearing reminiscing the past. Part of the way they indulge in this is through listening to songs that were meaningful to the both of you when you were together or more actively communicating in the physical world. You will know what that means for you. But the reason that I feel you are choosing to resist this person's attempts to manifest you is because you are firmly in some kind of new beginning in your life. I'm hearing you are determined to stay in the sun, to stay in the light, meaning to focus on the positive things, people, and circumstances in your life. I'm hearing to stay turned towards the sun. You recognize how valuable this is for your mental state. And so I feel that when you sense this person trying to connect with you from that very heavy, low vibrational place, you are actively choosing to turn your back on that energy when it happens and to turn towards the sun again, to turn towards or focus your attention towards what you are so proud of about yourself, your life, what you're so happy about. And specifically when it comes to your interpersonal relationships, I feel like you are focusing on the people in your life that truly support you, uplift you, that you share a positive bond with, that's very beneficial to your life. And I feel like something about this person's energy, at least in its unhealed state, has been very draining to you at times. It seems that even when they were in your life in a more physical way, and maybe even especially then, they tended to have this somewhat draining effect on your energy. And I'm hearing it wasn't something they were doing intentionally, but it's that they were spiraling out in some way or going through a really heavy emotional time. And I feel that you tried to be a support for them, but it's almost like that symbolism of how when someone is an anchor and you're trying to swim on the surface, they will naturally pull you down with them, even if they're not meaning to. And at some point, you have to just be willing to let go. And I'm hearing to allow this person to reach their own rock bottom, not in a harsh way, but in the sense that this person, I feel, regardless of how things ended between the two of you, because again, I do feel there may have been an argument or some tension at the end, from a higher spiritual perspective, I feel that disconnect had to happen because the way this person was handling their own emotions and a lot of heaviness in their own life was actually beginning to pull you down with it in a sense. And your soul was healing and reaching towards this new beginning. So I'm hearing, regardless of what actually happened in literal terms in the end of your connection with this person, from a spiritual higher perspective, the reason the two of you disconnected is because of a vibrational alignment or misalignment, where you were going towards this new beginning, this higher vibrational energy, and this person was choosing to sit in a lower vibrational place. I'm getting a lot of pessimistic, like cynical energy from them. So that might tend to be their nature as well. I'm hearing cynicism masked as logic. So they may just call themselves a logical person, but really they are kind of masking the fact that they tend to kind of sit in this negative energetic space. And maybe for a period of time, you were there as well. And so you empathized with this person because they resonated with a past version of you who was once in that same place. But I feel that ultimately, this person was given opportunities to take accountability for their own emotional state, and instead they kind of offloaded that emotional weight onto you. So that is the reason that the two of you were disconnected, to really allow you to glide into this higher energy, this new beginning. But I do still sense a complexity here, because regardless of the fact that the two of you were disconnected for that reason, there is still this open line of communication here energetically that you're both feeling really strongly. I just had a few cards kind of fly out of the deck here, so I'm going to pick those up. Yeah, these cards are Door to Value reversed and Happy Family in the reverse position. So if this is a person who has tried to date or express romantic interest in others, they've discovered that no one can replace you, because I'm getting that other people actually like smell, not literally, but like in a sense, they smell or pick up on your energy still lingering on this person. So it's like you almost haunt them into every relationship they try to enter into. And I'm getting it's because there's unfinished business on their end. Not that this is meant to be solidified into a full-blown 3D connection again, unless that is what you desire. But what I'm getting is there's something that their spirit wants them to say to you. I feel like their spirit wants them to have some kind of open conversation with you, give you some kind of closure, or apologize for something. Maybe you never received closure from this person or situation, and you had to move on without closure. But I feel that why they have this experience of trying to reconnect with new people or trying to create new romantic relationships, and yet feeling haunted by your energy, feeling like, I'm getting this person actually feels like they are sabotaged in every relationship they try to enter into, because ultimately feminine intuition, well, it may not be feminine. I've not really designated any energy here as the masculine or feminine, but that side of us, because we all have that divine feminine and divine masculine essence within us. So the side of these people they try to connect with that has that feminine intuition, seems to alert them to the fact that this person has unfinished business with you in the form of needing to deliver you some kind of message. But because of their stubbornness, instead of just setting aside their pride and clearly giving you that message, they've chosen to try and bypass it by sending you all of this energy. I'm hearing to find a backdoor way into that conversation that they need to have with you by almost making you be the one to reach out first, and then them being able to use that as an excuse to say what they need to say in order to be able to free themselves, in a sense, from this message they need to deliver. I know that's kind of a strange way of putting it, but that's how it's coming up here. But I feel like they're not being allowed to do that. Like they're being pushed to have the courage to set their ego aside and to come forward with some kind of message, again, that their spirit is pushing them to say. Now, I'm going to channel into what that is. But if you are in this situation, then I really recommend utilizing my subliminal for love magnetism, because I'm getting the sense that you are a person who has done a lot of inner work when it comes to love. And this subliminal will help to assist you in that healing journey. It will help you to align with and attract your highest vibrational outcomes in love, to magnetize yourself for attracting in positive attention, amazing opportunities, not just romantically, but in all areas of your life, because it works by using subliminal affirmations, unconscious affirmations, embedded within other meditation sounds, tones, and frequencies to clear out any blockages to unconditional love, to total self-love that you might be storing in any of the 7 chakra centers. So this will really help you to feel magnetic for love, positive attention, positive experiences. This is one that I personally use every single day, and I have seen more powerful results using subliminals over the years than any other manifestation tool, because subliminals are actually targeted to the subconscious mind, which research has shown it's actually our subconscious that controls 95% of our thoughts, actions, and outcomes in life. So when we reprogram the subconscious mind using subliminals, it's like this fast track backdoor to manifesting, because we're using that 95% of our mind and therefore of our energetic field that usually goes completely overlooked and unaddressed. So this is such a powerful way to manifest in your life. And this subliminal comes from my app, Sound and Soulful. So as you can see on the screen, in this app, I have over 130 subliminals for every area of life, for love, relationships, business, money, confidence, happiness, mood, mindset, energy clearing, and so many other things as well. And when you sign up in the app, you can access any subliminal I've created in 10 different background sound options, just depending on your preference. And you can also create your own custom private playlists as well. And again, the subliminal I would most recommend for this reading is called Love Magnetism. And I am leaving a link to download the app and get started today in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so let's channel into what this person wants to say to you, or rather, what their spirit is pushing them to deliver to you as a message that they may be resisting because of some form of pride or stubbornness that might be getting in the way here. So what is this person being pushed to communicate to you? Man holding a heart in the upright position. So first of all, I feel that they're being asked to confirm what you've already been feeling of them or from them via that open line of telepathy between the two of you, which is that they still have warmth and affection for you, positive regard for you, in spite of things that may have been said that they regret, or that they may have said in a moment of tension or anger at the end. So what else can I channel about what this person is being pushed to deliver to you as a message? I know this seems really strange, but for some of you, if this is connecting in a romantic or even a non-romantic way with someone who has already transitioned, this may actually, for some of you, even be a message from someone like a family member where there was some argument or tension at the end, and their spirit wants to come through with this message that they hold you in such love, in such positive regard, in spite of how things may have ended up between the two of you or things they may have said near the end. But that will just be for a small few number of people. For most of you, this is someone still on this earth plane that you're just a bit disconnected from. With the Sun card, I feel like this person is also being asked to express how much they admire you for how you've embraced this new phase of your life. I feel like somehow this person has some level of access to you. So whether they hear things about you through mutual friends or people in their life, or whether they see your social media accounts, I feel like there's some way that this person knows that you're thriving or moving into this new era of your life that you're embracing. And I feel like they're meant to be letting you know that they admire you in that thriving energy. With woman holding a heart, I'm getting that in this moment of openness, it's like the two of you would then be able to express to each other that in spite of whatever's happened, there is still this care between you, this affection, even if it is changed in nature. Like, for example, if you don't desire to move forward with this person romantically in a physical connection, this might just be the two of you expressing that there is still warmth here, that there's mutual positive regard here, and kind of allowing this to not necessarily be a closure, because there's always going to be this soul bond here. But I feel that this would allow the both of you to feel a deeper amount of clarity and peace, to not be so haunted by this sense of unfinished business here. With financial constraints and caring connections reversed, I feel like this person wants to say that the reason that they didn't show you the level of love or care or support that you deserved is because they felt limited by certain circumstances in their life that they were ashamed of, or not necessarily fully open with you about, whether these things were stressors related to their life, their work, responsibilities in their life, or just feeling, I feel like they felt as though they were limited in their ability to truly love you and support you in the way that you deserved. But with man holding a coin upright, I also get the sense that this is a person on a journey of reaching a higher level of personal empowerment. I feel like in this potential conversation that they're meant to have with you, they could also share with you ways that they've been self-evaluating and growing that you may not be fully aware of since the two of you last connected. I feel like they're attempting to plant or grow in a new direction here, with blossoming abundance in the upright position as well. So I'm going to go ahead and close this reading here. I hope this connected for you in a personal way. If you did receive a personal message from the reading, then leave me a comment. Let me know what resonated for you. You can follow me on Instagram as well at Magnetize Yourself, where I post more inspiration, information, and energy updates to uplift your day. And of course, if you haven't yet, I would love for you to subscribe here on YouTube as well. And the link to download the Sound and Soulful Subliminals app to access my Love Magnetism Subliminal that I recommended during the reading to really magnetize your energy for love and positive attention. The link to that is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. I hope you have an amazing remainder of your day. I'm manifesting that for you, manifesting magic in your life, and I will talk to you here again in the next video.